And hello traders, and welcome to another video. This is not official day for midweek recap, so we're doing the midweek recap tomorrow, but I wanted to really break down the missed trade on AJ that I had this morning. So just a quick video. We're gonna talk about and focus only on AJ, and that's it. Video is not gonna be long. I'm gonna break down the price action for you guys, but tomorrow we are doing midweek recap. So what I was looking at here on AJ. So let's start breaking down the price action. When you want to break down price action, you always start from the left side. So previous price action, what was previous price action telling us? So as you can see, we had this momentum push to the upside, and we started to really see the weakness in the price right here. So we start to make this ascending price action, breaking the highs and retracing, breaking the highs and retracing, price showing us that it doesn't have momentum to continue. Then we started to go to the downside, as you can see, making this ascending, descending price action. We already know when we make ascending, descending price action, price is going to be corrective. Okay, so when we did the forecast, we marked this, and I told you guys that there is nothing interesting for now on AJ because we are in this correction. So as you can see, when we broke the correction is right here. Okay, price started, I think we did the forecast here, and I told you that I wouldn't be looking at this zone because it's not high probability because of this correction. So price is telling us here ascending, descending, making another ascending, descending. So you know, just the price is indicating here to us that it's gonna still be corrective. So we are not making any trades, aggressive entries, aggressive trades before either we push to the upside or downside, and we start to see momentum kicking in the markets. Okay, so this is the start of the momentum when we saw that market wants to continue to downside. As you can see, we pushed a little bit, retraced after breaking this low just for a little bit. Okay, we did have a pullback and then massive push to downside. As you can see here, we had a little bit of correction. Okay, so price made one high, one low, one high, continued to downside, broke this impulsively, not so much impulsively, but again we had a nice breakout to downside. And right now in this price action, we can see that we can really trade this inside bar here. So as you can see, on 1 hour time frame, stop loss was like 33 pips, and I told you guys on AJ max that I go if I execute on 1 hour is maybe 15 pips. Okay, volatility is huge right now, and you know, 30 pips is also not that much. But again, if I take this entry on 1 hour time frame, if we break the low, it's only like 3% risk reward ratio, so it is not that good. Okay, if this inside bar was smaller and I had like 10 pips stop loss, you know, look at the difference. You know, if you break the low, it's 10%. So I would take it on 1 hour time frame if the stop loss was okay, but unfortunately it wasn't. Okay, so we just do not want to enter really the trade, and you know, it's bad risk reward ratio in this situation. So what are we doing when the stop loss is huge? We want to execute on lower time frame entries. Okay, I want to find lower time frame entries. So as you can see, price continue to downside. We have really this bearish structure forming. You know, price is telling us it's finished with this correction. We are starting to go down, putting new lower lows, lower highs. As you can see, guys, momentum is present here. You know, everything in this chart is really high probability for us to take. Okay, we're breaking the structure impulsively, again breaking the structure nicely here. You know, we didn't have a chance for entry. I was having pending order yesterday here, you know, because I wanted to trade this continuation, but unfortunately price didn't give us entry. It continued to downside, and right now the stop loss was huge. So stop loss here was perfect. I'm gonna tell you how many pips was stop loss here. It was 14 pips, so I would take it, you know, but 30, 32 pips, 35 pips, that's really too much. So when we have that big of a stop loss, what we want to do is really look at lower time frame execution. Okay, so price started to pull back. As you can see, we didn't have any retraces in impulse. This low is breaking the previous low. We had a little bit of weak indicating a range, so we wouldn't be trading immediate volatility. Okay, so when you see a wick at the end of the impulse, you can expect two things: or volatility, and you know your entry is not good, or you're waiting for ascending price action to the supply. If we see ascending price action, you know, coming to our entry, we know that this wick is respected and we can take the entry. Okay, we do not care if the wick is big. Also, wicks doesn't play that much of a role when you're trading JPY pairs. So, you know, maybe this wick is big on EURUSD, but on AJ, you know, it's not that big. So overall price action here was really good to trade. And I'm considering trading. I would probably be in the trade if the stop loss was not so big on a 1 hour time frame. So as you can see, we barely broke the low, okay, but we didn't broke the low, so we are still considering to trade this. As you can see, price tapped in our supply. When price is tapping in our supply, in our entry execution area, we want to jump on lower time frame. So on 1 hour, again, we are seeing really beautiful price action. We had this ascending price action. We start to break down. We are seeing this bearish momentum, bearish structure, bearish order flow. We have really momentum on our side. When we trade, we want to have momentum on our side, guys, and we have really beautiful price action as we broke down the price action here. So what we want to do is jump on 1 minute time frame and really see where we can enter. Okay, so this is the first touch on our supply, and immediately after we could look for execution. Okay, as we can see, this was in sub-bar, so this was impulse to the upside. This was our first low that we want to break. Where and how did we broke this low? How did we broke it? Just barely. And what is the previous price action telling us? Breaking the lows and retracing, there is no momentum in the market. So it doesn't matter if we had a reaction here and we have possible trade opportunities, because we didn't get our entry. This is the difference, guys, between us and other communities, other traders. We are trading only high probability setups. Okay, so if you want to execute on lower time frames, they're really dangerous. They're really risky. You should always have a plan when you're trading. With our strategy, if you are executing on lower time frame, you need to know that you have only one bullet in your gun. Okay, so if we have a reaction on 1 hour time frame and everything is high probability, and we do not have 1 minute beautiful execution, we do not care about the entry. And that's it. We do not want to risk our money. We want to take high probability trades, guys. Okay, so we do not care if price goes without us. Tomorrow it's gonna happen the second trade, so why would you be stressing about one and risking your capital, etc. So again, when you're trading lower time frame execution, you have only right for one bullet. Okay, if you take stop loss here and then price starts to give you another entry, you do not take it. That's minus 2% in one single trade, and we do not do that. Okay, we only per setup risk 1%. If we take a loss, we do not look at it anymore. We do not care. We do not lose more than 1% on single trade on single setup. Remember that, guys. Okay, so we want to take, as we said, that we want to take only the highest probability trade. There is a lower time frame. This is what is going to allow you to not overtrade, okay, to not jump on 1 minute time frame and just trade everything there is, every other block there is. No, we are trading only high probability ones, only higher probability setups. We were seeing price action 1 hour. We know it's high probability to execute on lower time frames, but still we want to have beautiful execution on 1 minute time frame. Also, we do not want to risk our capital, guys. Remember that. So let's see what price is going to do next, and where can we possible entry. This is maybe our possible entry right here, okay, because again we didn't have any here. The price started to pull back again, making this a standing price action. Right now we broke the low. Let's see. Again, we made a retrace and we broke the low, so we would be maybe trading continuations here, okay, maybe opportunity for a continuation. This is our first entry that you could take, okay. I didn't quite like it because, you know, again here price is telling us that it's really corrective, you know, and we touch this and again making this descending ascending price action. So overall it was not so high probability to trade, and if you took it, you would be finished in break even. So almost took a loss but didn't, okay. As you can see, this high we didn't broke it, so it didn't. After, if we took this continuation, we would immediately, after we break the low, we are immediately on break even. So the first thing we want to do is reduce our risk, okay, and then manage it accordingly. Okay, I would be managing this position on 1 hour time frame. Okay, so just imagine how many percentages you can earn if you look at and analyze the 1 hour time frame and execute out of the 1 hour time frame. Sorry, analyze out of the 1 hour time frame and execute on lower time frame, and then manage it on a 1 hour. Percentages can be huge. Okay, I'm gonna show you right now. So we would immediately, after we break this low, we would be on break even, and that's it. We would manage it on 1 hour time frame. So as you can see, price continued to downside and unfortunately took us out for a break even trade. So this would be break even trade. Okay guys, right now there is our second entry. This is what I have looked at. This was for me better entry, but again, if you took here entry and price, wait a second, I'm gonna tell you how many pips. It was like 3 pips stop loss, and it was like running for 5% and took you out for break even, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, you do not need to stress about it. You're gonna have a lot of break even trades. Okay, you need to remember that on 1 hour time, one minute time frame, when you execute, because you manage the strategy in this way, you're gonna have a lot of break even trades. Okay, but again, the important thing, the most important thing is to protect your capital. So we do not care, again guys, what happens after our execution. We only care about our execution. This is the time when we need to decide, are we going to trade it or not? Okay, if you have done your forecast, and if you had planned your trade, and if you have executed the trade based on your trade plan and checklist, what happens after? You do not care. You just follow the rules of the strategy, and that's it. Price action decides everything for yourself. Okay, we cannot control if the price will go down or up. We do not know that. Focus on the things that you can control. Do not stress and overstress about the things you cannot control. So if the price go like almost 6% and took you out for break even, that's perfectly fine. You're focusing on your next entry. If you're stressing about this, you're gonna make a mistake. or you're gonna miss the second trade right now, the one that I have a look to take. Okay, so look at this. When you have been, if you took this first continuation, you would be break-even on break-even trade, and then you could take another entry. But it is because you didn't take a stop loss. It is because you took a break-even trade. So you were on null. You didn't risk anything. You didn't lose anything. So you could take another entry. So the traders who are trading this, they would probably go on break. Not probably. They would go on break-even, and they could have a second setup right here. This is why I'm telling you, if you're over stressing about this and you're setting your risk reward ratio, you're calculating how much you have won, why the price took me on break even, you would probably miss, because this is 1 minute time frame. Everything is like going pretty fast. You need to think, you need to be concentrated, not think about the past on a single trade. I told you guys, there is a million trades who you're gonna take in the future. Why stress about one? So do not make the same mistake as many traders do. Focus on your next execution. Okay, this would took us out from break. I didn't even look at it because of this correction. Right now this was really more beautiful to take. Why? Because we can see from this supply, from this reaction, we start to put really this beautiful structure to the downside, guys. You can clearly see it, okay? And you can clearly see that here we had this trade, and again here we had another supply that broke the structure impulsively, made a little bit of balance, not that much, and we had a momentum. So this is for us really high probability supply. And both, look at this reaction right now from this supply. So we can see again on 1 minute the perfect execution, like we see on 1 hour time frame, the perfect execution. This is why I like the hybrid. Okay, this is why I like, because we are looking at purest price action. Everything needs to be high probability for us to take the trade. This is why we do not overtrade. Only thing that matters in our strategy is to have patience. Okay, the biggest thing that every trader in the world lacks is patience, because everybody wants to trade, but it turns out that they overtrade and they lose money and etc. So start to build patience, guys. Okay, high probability sets will arrive. Okay, so look at this beauty. It's really beautiful. You can see the standing strike reaction from supply. 1 hour, it's perfect, no retraces, high probability hybrid pattern formed, structure on 1 minute, reaction from this high probability supply, and we are continuing to downside. And as we can see, I had my pending order right here, and price just barely didn't tag me in. Barely didn't tag me in. So I do not know how many pips there was, maybe 2, yeah. Almost 3 pips. Okay, it's still a huge thing. It's not like 0.1%. It happened to me many times that I wasn't triggering the trade because 0.1 or 0.2 pips stop loss. Pips. It's crazy. But when you have that missed trades and when you have hundreds of them, you're gonna see that you're gonna not stress about it. You're not gonna think about it, because you're well aware that these things will happen. So why stressing every day? Why? Why stressing over a single trade? It's gonna build up negative energy in you guys, and whether you like it or not, you're gonna think about Forex negatively. Maybe not consciously, but subconscious is also a big deal in Forex when you're trading, So there is exercise you can work on that also. Forecasting, it's perfect exercise for our subconscious. Why? Because you're thinking ahead. Okay, maybe let's say if you're an FTMO account, we're like in minus 5%, and we know that 5 more trades and you know, the capital is gone. When you take the 6 trades, the fear is present, okay? And you're gonna struggle with the execution. So let's say it this way, you're not gonna have the balls to execute your next trade. So what do you do about it? You forecast in advance, guys. You prepare yourself for that trade, okay? So you forecast few hours earlier, and you check your play plan, check your checklist, okay? Build a plan for that trade, and if everything comes your way, you're gonna have the confidence to execute that trade. So, you know, right now, subconsciously, you're having fear, but on the other hand, you know that you have done everything exactly how you should supposed to do it, and that fear is starting to slowly fade away. You don't have it anymore. So this is why it's important to do all those exercises, like forecasting, backtesting, naked charting, pair characteristics, journaling. Everything matters, guys. Every single aspect of those exercises are meant to build something for you as a traders, to be complete traders. So do not ignore single one, please. You need to do every one of them. So yeah, mistrades happen. I'm well aware of that, and I do not care. This trade can go and make 100%. I do not care. That's unrealized gains. On my MetaTrader, I do not have that money. So I do not care. Okay, I need to trade today. I'm not gonna stress out about how much money I could earn. I fucking didn't earn it, and I do not care about it. So yeah, I'm well aware, mistrades happen. It's gonna happen tomorrow. It's gonna happen next week, next month. If I stress about every single one, I'm not gonna enjoy trading. I'm not gonna be focused when I trade. I'm only gonna make mistakes. Okay, so unfortunately, price didn't tag me in. It was really high probability entry, guys. After we broke the low, we would be on break even, as you can see, and yeah, price just continued. Let me show you. 1 hour time frame. Where is this trade? Oh wait. Let's make it like this. As I said, after the low on 1 minute is broken, we set our trade on break even, and we do not care what happens next. Okay. Right now, let's see where is the price at right now. So right now, we broke the low again, and that would be like, if you target the low, like it would be 30%. 30%. Fucking 30%. And then you tell me I need to trade every day. Tell me I need to trade every day. I need to have consistently 20% amount. You do not. You do not. You do not have to trade for a fucking 2 months and then take a high probability trade and make like someone is making for 3-4 months. In one single entry, one single trade. After this, if you take in this, I had my pending order on FTMO right here. It would be 30%, $30,000. Fucking $30,000 in couple of hours, 2 hours. And I can be chilling, and I could not trade for a next 2 months, you know, because I do not care. This is really the thing that you should be focusing on. And this is really the beauty of our strategy. It requires patience, a lot of patience, because we are not trading everything. We do not care about that. We are focusing on only high probability trades. Everything needs to be perfect. Again, guys, you're gonna struggle, okay, because there is really a lot of steps you need to take, and the things you need to master before trading this. Because if you're trading it emotionally, it can happen that you rush things here. You know, you see everything is high probability on 1 hour, your pattern is forming, and then you have a reaction, and then you take a shit trade on 1 minute because you were rushing. This is why we invented the rule that you have only one bullet. So choose your trade carefully here, guys, after this supply, because you only have one bullet. Minus 1%. If you take minus 1% here in this price action, it is over for you. You do not trade anymore. This is the rule of the strategy. Okay? And I always tell you, in the strategy, there are rules that you need to be following. Okay? You can change certain aspects. You cannot just come and copy my trade plan. We are not same people. We are not same traders. Okay? So you need to have your own trade plan. And I always tell you the certain things that you can change, but some things about the strategy, please do not change. Okay? Please stick to the strategy. Okay? And just have patience, guys. That's it for the trade, AJ. It was really nice trade. Yeah, it has really too much to offer. Again, we broke the low. Okay, so you could manage it, take some profit here. But what I would be looking at is if price breaks this low. Okay, if price breaks this low, my stop loss would be here. Okay, on the low. So I would have locked like 20% or something, and I would see if price continues to downside. We didn't have a nice breakout here, so we barely took the low, and this is right now indicating correction, volatility. So this is volatility, guys. Okay, momentum up, momentum down. You know, it can start to correct. You know, this is why you should be taking your profits also. You know, but I would wait. You know, I would do nothing if I was in this trade, and I would wait for breakout. If we break the low, I would reduce my risk. I would lock my profits, and I would really let the trade run. Because again, you do not want maybe to take on the low. You can set a take profit on low, you know, and take 30%. But what if this continues? Because look at the price, you know, it can easily continue to downside. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this today trade breakdown. I wanted really to make a quick video about it. Again, tomorrow we are going to do midweek recap, so it's gonna be longer. This was really like just to break down the price action on AJ, my miss trade today. Again, guys, I'm perfectly fine. My son has a birthday today, so you know, why would I be stressing right now and be nervous and, you know, I lost money, you know, and I'm happy. Today is my son's birthday, you know, I have a little bit something to do, but again, I'm gonna spend time with him today. We're gonna be happy. I'm not gonna think about Forex, you know, I'm not gonna think about how much money would I earn, because I didn't earn it. Unrealized gains. Okay, so do not care. That's pretty much it, guys, for this one. Hope you all have a fantastic trading week ahead, and speak to you soon.